Hello everyone. Welcome again to another video. Azulia here, and I'm going to play Winter Story once again. So, it's been already almost 5 hours of playtime, this new save. I got settled in a new mud hut, and now it's time to make this little shelter look a little bit like a proper house. I also want to start setting up some farmland for crops, because long-term survival is the final objective. And you know, it's it gets a bit complicated after you pick up um, all the berries in the bushes in the surrounding area, and you hunt all the animals. So yeah, starting to farm and prepare food storage for the long term is kind of a second priority after finding a good place to build your permanent home. So rift activity median, yeah. And well, almost out of food. Gonna take a quick nap, make the bad monsters go away. And of course, oh crap. Monsters are still around here. There's the shiver. It's freaky. It's scary. I hate it. In case you didn't heard it when I said it, I hate it. It's nightmare fuel. But if there's only one, maybe I can deal with it. Where is it? Where did it go? Alright. Works for me. Anything here? No. Crucible. I didn't really have food. I'm gonna use this chest. Try and get maybe one rabbit. If possible. If I can find one. I don't know if he ate mushrooms, so I'm gonna get some berries. She just baked. Here. Now I have some berries are used on this page. Okay, time for using my new pot. and you're gonna see exactly why having a cooking pot is a game changer. So each mushroom gives me 80 satiety points, so from total of 1500 this isn't much, but if I make those into stew, it's going to give me more than the sum of, 80 plus 80. So having a cooking pot is also really good for long-term survival. See, the stew is almost almost 3 times what it. No, yeah, it's like there was a third mushroom, whereas 2 mushrooms we just used. So showing the party. And well, this should keep me alive for a little bit longer. I need both. No, sticks I already have. Couple of years. Always good. Oh yeah, there were chickens here. Yeah. I think I'm gonna try some chickens maybe later. That kind of reminds me, I'm walking around that I don't have a knife. Oh, that's better. Alright, so there's a big pile of nothing. Bummer. I remember this. Now maybe the next thing I'll do will be high activity. It's a little worrying. Anyway, maybe I'm gonna gather some more reeds and make some beehives. Get bees sooner rather than later. And if nothing else, at least I'll have some honey to eat. Alright, I think there's enough roots for now. This will make harvesting wheat much more convenient later. Gathering some extra because you know, I remember those chickens from like 2 minutes, 5 minutes ago. And I tried to craft those, and maybe instead of bunnies, I'll be raising chickens first. Oh crap, it's getting very late. That's not how I wanted to show the nighttime aggressive mobs. Not at all. But, well, if you haven't had a good look at them already, you're probably going to get one shortly. Because I don't think I'm gonna make it home before they start spawning. That's it. Never mind. These are going to be for the bees. Switch the torch. Is there even anything useful I can make with this? Yeah, no, not really. Not right now. Alright, so one thing I can do with this bony soil I've been gathering is to pan it so I can get maybe a few copper bits, maybe some random variable items. It's kind of pretty random, the things you can get from penning, but it's usually good stuff, good useful stuff. So it takes a while, but it's worth it to invest some time into it. Not too much, because still it's a random kind. It's random. You don't really have that high of a chance of getting stuff you want and need. But oh well. It can help if you don't, if you haven't found enough copper to make the first copper tools. It's just very convenient workaround to having to walk looking at the ground for hours. No, I can't sleep again. Oh well. I'm gonna have to cook some of these roots. Sadly. You can see a little bit through this very flimsy door that thankfully the monsters can't break. That one despawned. And get this other one, so because yeah, I go from very far away. I really hope the chickens like eating cooked roots. Now, screw that, I'm gonna find something else to give them these roots online. Okay, nearest trees. I'm gonna get this spot just so it doesn't get the chickens respawning. Alright, good loot. A little bit more to here. Oh. That was it. Makes the loot a little bit better. Berries. Desperately need some berries. Really? Oh, son of a... No, 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 no. No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Fucking hell. You see, this is why I only kill wolves from half a kilometer away. Oh man. Now I'm gonna lose all my hunger to regenerate my health. This sucks. This sucks so much. I think I might have to kill all those deer. Yeah, I don't see how else I'm gonna survive. This little instant. Oh no, wait. Wow, they made these really slower since the last update. while to use the vendors. It used to be much quicker. So let's see if this... No, I can't see the damage log back on the wolf. I wanted to see if it was worth it. All the resources I spent on the makeshift armor. So, you know, since I almost got killed from 2 wolf bites, I don't think it did much at all. That's how it usually goes without any armor at all. Alright, this should be enough for now. Not mistaken, there was a vessel with 4 around here. Not 4, but well, whatever. There wasn't much chance that it was going to be useful anyway. I think I heard a chicken. I definitely heard a chicken. What? Oh, thunder. Good, very good. I think I'm gonna go back. Oh, oh. What is it? Where is the chicken? Oh, there. Alright. Nice hit. And that was a miss. I had no idea this was even possible. What is this? Oh, missed here. Again, 750 saturation. Having a freaking pot that big of a game changer. Now, I got something to talk about with Mr. Wolf. Water ambient noise gets me every time. Alright, the hair isn't clean and the wolf's probably not there. Where's the wolf? Look at this bastard. He's going to become a freaking carpet. Wow, if that was possible, he would at least. So, as I was trying to do earlier, what is this? Nature thing. Now I have my trap bait and the chickens now. And there's even enough to make a little bit of soup. I still want some. We should find some copper. Nice. I'm gonna mark these carrots because there's way too many carrots to not come back for them later. Alright. This is good too. Instead of the turnips, I'm gonna use the berries. The berries give me less satiety. This way. So, one important thing to note when trying to get these is the population size. Since you see, they only swarm to an empty scap. The population is big enough, and it grows faster or slower depending on how many flowers are close to the beehive. See, there's 9 nearby flowers, so it's going to grow at a certain speed relative to having relative to having 9 flowers close. But if I put a few more, grow fast. Just takes some time to update the nearby flowers number, you know. Now, I gotta run. I really gotta run. Frick. Oh. Oh, this is interesting. I'll have a little chat with the dude later. Oh, make it flat. It's actually very fortunate that this first temporal storm is just a light one. because you can get really, really unlucky with your first temporal storm, and then, well, you're gonna have a bad time. Now, I could kinda cheese it by placing torches all around the hut to stop anything at all from spawning, but since I'm doing this for entertainment of my dear viewers, I am going to brave the storm. Without cheesing it. And yeah, let's see how that goes. Just hope nothing goes terribly wrong. Have just few a couple minutes. I don't know, it's something around 5 minutes after you get a warning that it begins. Where are the chickens? I need to track them. Or set a trap close to them. Where are the chickens? I can't see anything. Look at this freaking raccoon. Why is he here? Where are my chickens? What is that? Oh, it's a dead chicken. It was probably a fox. Where are the other chickens? Ah, well. I ran out of time, I believe. Oh, I think that's why the fox I killed had a good weight. Oh, some meat at least. Just leave these around here. Hope something falls into the trap. Can I use this? No. So I can make at least one more backpack now. Flint, feathers, and the hunter backpack, alright. There's spear inside it. Right, now it's empty. Stuff. Well, this is going to be a terrible night. Should have made more bandages before. I'm gonna take a nap. Eventually the temporal storm is gonna start, and you can't sleep during a temporal storm, so just get up automatically. Yep. So for those who don't know, this is kind of stuff that happens during a temporal storm. Usually this little meter here isn't very important, but when this is the temporal stability of the player, and when it gets low enough, monsters start spawning everywhere, even during the day. And a temporal storm is a periodic event. I don't like having those guys speaking through my nose. Anyway, it's a periodic event in which the world acts as if your temporal stability was 0. So yeah, fun times. Monsters can spawn anywhere, even right beside you. So even if you're inside a shelter, just like this one, you gotta be paying attention, because maybe just maybe staying inside won't be enough. I should have made a shield. I should have made a shield. My only, silver lining, if the right way to use the idiom, is that I already have a bronze fox. But if Nightmare Drifter, which is a very strong type of monster, spawns here, it's just over for me. They can hit kill a player. I think they deal 20 health points of damage in a single hit. So yeah, thanks to my nutrition levels being kinda high, I could maybe survive a single hit. Maybe. I hope I don't have to find out. I'm sorry you have to just watch me being a scaredy cat inside my hut. But I would I would watch things from a window if I had a window. I just don't have one. And seeing those guys at the door. Well, that's very disturbing. Look at this. I'm really lucky. They can't break doors, even if it looks like a strong wind could knock it down. Look at these. This one with horns, that's a nightmare drifter. And there is a two-headed drifter here too. It is kinda like a mini boss. It's very strong, has a lot of health, and you absolutely shouldn't mess with it before you have decent armor. Not late game level armor, but just decent, because, well, either decent armor or like 50 spears or bow and a lot of arrows to shoot it from afar. Just don't want this big guy to slap you in the face. It's going to be a very strong slap. See, it looks like it doesn't even look like two heads, but those are two heads peeking from my door. Double-headed one. It's a dark skin with rusty patches. So after a while, the temporal storms they fade, you know, and things go back to normal. Most of the monsters, they just disappear with the storm, but some of them linger for a little while. So even after it ends, the best thing you can do is just take a nap and hope the rest of the monsters despawn by the time you leave your shelter. Alright. Nothing spawned in my little hut. Probably because it's just way too small to have a decent chance of that happening. But you know what? That's wonderful. No complaints. That's a good part about living in what looks like the most primitive mud hut in the world. Right, nothing here. I can poke a hole in my ceiling real quick. Alright, no godless abominations lurking around. That's good. I think the monster destroyed one of my traps. Maybe it was the deer. Oh, probably the deer. look for more. And also get more cattails. Maybe no, I'll definitely need some fruit, dates. I might have to kill a few raccoons, since those little guys are gonna keep eating the berries I find if I don't collect them. But you know, I don't really want to do it because those little guys are cute, but I need to survive. If they're gonna get in the way, I'm really sorry, but oh, that's how much they're worth. Anything interesting here? Doesn't look like it. These grains. We need to find bait. You know what, these fish are looking really nice. We'll wait. I don't think I'm gonna get any meat from them. This dude around here, some ruins, another cracked storage vessel, some sticks. This looks kind of promising. I bet I'm gonna find some decent loot in these rooms. Do some digging. Honeycomb, nice. I could probably take some of these cobblestone blocks and use them for my own house. I don't remember if I can break them without a pickaxe or not. Can maybe collect them. Good to know. Maybe I'll do it off camera though. This would take a while. This place is kind of pretty. This place is very pretty. If it wasn't for these ruins here, making it a potential place for mobs spawn, I would probably move in. Oh, look at this, commodities, merchants. Alright. He likes soap. Eventually you can sell some to him. Sells linen, then twine. It's cheaper to buy twine. Oh, but no, it's cheaper. Sells lime, sewing kit. These guys, they always have good stuff. Shame. Alright. Best merchant. Best merchant I found so far. Can't eat it. Huh. Interesting. I think I'm gonna explore contents of that module later, even if I make things with food. these will never stop spawning. Oh, yes, of course they will never stop spawning there. Close me, close me. Mark this for sure. That's some new copper. Just one rock having so annoying. I used to see so many chickens before I had a proper trap for them. Now I can find any. So annoying. Can I put fruits? No. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the spelt grain. Not for cooking. Not right now. Honeycombs don't really go bad, so I'm gonna leave them here. Also, start painting this bony soil. Yeah. So for those who haven't seen yet, painting is quite simple. Gotta be on the water, grab a little bit with the pen, and use the pen. That's all it takes. This and a bit of patience. So, time for a time skip. And nothing too impressive. Got some fibers, arrowheads, and bones. Good news is that the rooster made that singing thing he does. All roosters do, and reminded me of his presence. So there's at least one rooster I can still catch. I plan on doing it. Come on. Can I leave those on the ground? No. I don't really care about the flint arrowheads. The copper one I'm storing for later. Now I can almost make something useful, I think. There. Somewhere around here, there is a rooster. There he is. I'm gonna try to make him run this direction. This will make sure doesn't go beyond the trap. Alright. Now I gotta go around him. until he decides to eat from one of the traps. Yeah. No more chickens around me. Okay. Of course, there is a wolf. Of course. Maybe I'm gonna name this area the Wolf Plains. No, just to make it official. This is where the wolves spawn and stay, and where they migrate to. That chicken. Now this was either a fox or another wolf. If I were to bet which of the two killed the chicken, I would probably get it wrong and lose my money either way, because no, that's just how it works. When you bet, you lose. That was not finished. What was that? Saw something moving. Is that a chicken fight? That's a chicken fight. And there's also another animal over there. Oh, what the heck, these chickens. Crazy chickens. It's a deer. Good, 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 good. Goodness gracious. These chickens just can't stay quiet, can they? Huh. Lucky they can stay quiet, I guess. Treasure hunter, yay! This guy is this guy, you see, is the key for advancing through the lore content. So it's always nice to know where he is. since I can't really do any worthwhile trading with him. These looks very orange from afar. I was hoping they were copper bits. Anyway, I think it's probably being enough gameplay for a single video. So I'll check that rooster is trying to catch. Cooked food goes last. I was saying I'll check the rooster, and then, well, next time I'll have to build a fenced area, keep the chickens I capture, and also should make a fenced area for should also make a fenced area for crops, since this time we didn't do it because, well, I wanted to, but you know, the food situation was just too dire to ignore. I had to take care of that first, and then, you know, there was a temporal storm stuff. Now I'll have to say goodbye to you guys, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.